Hey everyone, let's start with this first tutorial where we go to learn how to produce a first, let's call it the mother matrix, where we can get just what we need to conduct any other kind of analysis. So let's have a little plan. We will start to share the screen in a moment. So we will start on how to deal with the camera trap style. First, obtain it is basic matrix where the data will be filtered from independent detection events. Then we'll obtain something like this, which has many columns. Some of that is not necessary, like the directory name or the image name. Sometimes it is necessary. And the main important things are the species name, the site where the species were detected, date and time into different format, as we will see it. And as I told you, it is filtered for independent detection events, which means that, for instance, let's say we have one ungulate grazing in front of the camera, taking half hour, let's say 25 minutes. If I get it, I don't know how many photos, I cannot count those photos as each photo is one passage or one event. It is just one event for us. We have to count only one time. So what we are going to do is actually that, tell to our program, please select only those images in the same site of the same species, which are taken with at least 15 minutes difference span time. So in that case, we'll get just one detection during that 25 minutes that the ungulate is grazing. And we will avoid to count it too many times and somehow make a bias in our analysis. Then this is what will be obtained. Then to do it, we have to first install the necessary program like ExifTool or RStudio, later run the script and solve some problem that always appear with R. So let's go to download this program. We have actually the first program we have to check is ExifTool, which is necessary to download data, date and time, because programs like R will not read by themselves. Need ExifTool to read date and time metadata. So let's see how we can do it. Well, to download ExifTool, we must go to exiftool.org, and then you have to see which version of Windows is your system. Let's say that every version after Windows 7 is like a 64-bit Windows system. So I think all of us have 64. But you may check by window button, the icon of window, you find it in your computer. And then once you check on window button, go to system, control panel system, and then you see type of system. Then you will read this 64-bit or 32-bit. Very likely 64. So be careful to download all program for 64-bit window. Then, as you see here, you can download this one, ExifTool 64. Then it will give you a zip file that you have to unzip. Let's see how. Okay. To unzip it. Is here. So just a second. To unzip it, as you see, you have the zip file. You should do extract, okay, and select window. So go to C, local C, window. That's because R cannot read it anywhere else. So if you leave in extract wherever, R will not read it. I will give you error. And you cannot use for any work with the date and time. So you have to extract it on window, push OK. After you did it, you go just to the window folder to check it. So just go to your PC and window, and once you are in window, which is this folder in my case, so do you see your PC, local C, window, check Exif tool, the icon. It will appear directly in the window folder. Once you have this icon, probably you need to modify the name, because it gives you Exif tool on the brackets -key. You delete everything else except Exif tool in the name and leave it as it is. So here we are. After we installed correctly located Exif tool in window folder, we need to install R, and after this RStudio, because that's much easier to work. So let's download R. Just go in your Google browser, Chrome, Firefox, whatever you have, and use and just type R download. Probably you will find this franrproject.org. This. So you can type it directly. And once you have this page, just download R. It again will open a browser where you have to click as usual to install, doing next until finish. Once it's installed, you go to RStudio. Once you are in RStudio, again, you can do it by typing on your engine search like Google Chrome or Firefox, typing RStudio download, or just copy this address, this one, POSIT control, and once it is done, you will see this page. Scroll the page until install RStudio for Windows desktop. Again, install, continue, next, finish in English, because obviously you will find all instruction, everything common script in English, so just directly in English. When it is done, you will finally be able to open RStudio. Then, this is how RStudio appears. Let me share it. Yeah, if I will find it, I will show you. RStudio is here. Okay. It's going perfect. So you will see here in this side the script. You can type by yourself or load. In our case, I give you some ready script to produce our table. If you type that and produce our table. So you can load directly that stuff by clicking on with the right button on the icon of the script I gave you. So you go in the folder where the script is saved, and the right button, click, open with, RStudio, it will open directly as you see. Then, once we are in RStudio, you can also open the script you saved by File, Open File, go to the folder where you saved the script, and just open this. Open, I already opened, and I will not repeat it. So now we have finally downloaded EXIF tool, R and RStudio. We are straight to work. And one thing we should supposed to do as well is the checking if EXIF tool was correctly installed. So to do it, we need to do this command, c dot. Okay, as you see, here appears this kind of sys.which. We click on it inside the brackets. We have to do like this and write the name of the program we are looking for. EXIF tool. Now it gives the location of EXIF tool. That's very important because if it gives the location, it means he found EXIF tool. If it just gives some brackets with nothing inside, means it didn't find the location, means I will give you error. And you will not proceed because after some time, you will receive error. All the work you did will be wasted. So before the start, you have to be sure that EXIF tool is correctly installed and found by us. So as you see, it told me here, C window EXIF tool.exe. What happens if you don't find it? Probably, as I explained before, you didn't put it in the right folder, in window folder. You downloaded somewhere else. Or you didn't adjust the name, writing just EXIF tool. Or here you type something different. I don't know, uppercase or whatever you did, or forget to put this. It for sure is something wrong that we need to check. And then once you check, you fix, and then come back. Do it again. Switch, check, you find the location. Once it is done as it is here, you can really start run your script. But before I run the script, let's go back a moment to see how we need to sort the data. How do we need to sort the data? So let's check it. I gave you the folder with the, no, it's not this one, sorry, with the data. And that is a very important first step need to be done. We know that now artificial intelligence can do several beautiful things in terms of sorting data, identifying the species, even the individuals. But I'm not sure we are still ready about that. For instance, in Mongolia, in Central Asia, you will find a very high mistake on the species identification. You can find a pika and that stays a rabbit, which doesn't work. Then at the moment, we as well definition our training model to identify Asian species, Central Asian species, but not yet. At the moment, I prefer do it just by hand. So what you're supposed to do is go to the folder I gave you, and you will see something like this. So when you come from the field, insert your CD, you see something like that, which is a huge mess. Few animals, and then let's say thousands of photos with nothing, which need to be deleted. Will take many gigabytes and cannot be stored. and slow down any process. So we need to delete all the empty photo. Very careful. Don't leave anything, a tail or whatever can help to identify species, but sometime with wind or solar exposure, the camera starts shooting for 2 days images with nothing. So in that case, no way, better delete it. Once you clean your SD, I suggest you store like this. First, do a folder, name it as the sampling you did. I called here sampling 1 S1. You can call it the name of the place. I don't know, you are in Mongolia, Industai National Park, write Ustai 1 to indicate, or Ustai 2024 to indicate that sampling in 2024, if you did only one. Once you use this folder, name it as the sampling, inside you should store all the folder with their site name, camera type name. If you put 50 cameras, each one will have a name. You cannot just randomly put the camera and get back. Give a name to those cameras in your GPS. The same name probably you can give to the folder. For instance, I call FR01, FR02, 3, 4, etc. Here I take only few to avoid to slow down on the process. Then, once you have this folder inside, you have to have already the clean photo inside. But what I suggest is do something further. Divide those photos for species. All the animal species, wild and domestic, plus human, going by walking, vehicle, motor, cars, whatever, and change, which means when you go with your sheet and say the date, the time, take a photo so that the camera see a photo with the correct date and time, that in case camera setting is wrong, you can refer to that photo. So you have, for example, at least 2 photos, 2 series of photos in that, and then you can put in a side folder. Because at the beginning, at the end of the sampling. Once you do that, you will see inside only photo of snow leopard. This one is a leopard, it's a fake photo, but pretend this is a snow leopard in Panthera uncia, no? And then you will see only those photos of leopard, all the photo. Don't filter anything. Those must be all the photo of snow leopard. Beautiful, ugly, only one, shooting series, whatever, put all. Once you sort the photo in this way, so again, summarize. One folder with the name of the sampling. Inside the folder with the name of each camera size. Inside the folder with the species you found in that camera, not other one, only what you found. Inside the photo of the species.